Today was the Herald of Victory Marathon. About time we get a nice day again. The weather has been pretty tough to judge lately, but that's really no different than it has been so far this summer. It seems like we've had more rainy days than nice days. For instance, the last 2 weekends have both been completely waterlogged, making distance riding pretty rough to do. Today is Sunday, and it's actually decent out. It looked like for a while it was going to open up and it was going to start raining, and later tonight it's definitely supposed to start raining, but for now it's warm and dry, and that's definitely not a bad thing. So today I figured today is a perfect day to get miles in over power. The weather's actually been so rough and so unpredictable that yesterday I actually put my bike on a trainer, and that's not something I like to do during the winter because I'd rather be outside. But it had been so long since I had been on the bike outside that I took it indoors on a trainer and just went balls to the wall for about an hour and a half. And it felt good. At the end of the spin I was exhausted. Felt like I had a decent workout in. And now today is endurance. We're gonna get some miles in over power. So today I'm not really going balls to the wall per se. I'm going for that mileage. I'm glad it ended up being a nice day for the marathon today. Today was the Herald of Victory Marathon in Binghamton, New York, as you obviously saw in my intro. And that run is kind of a big deal in Binghamton. That's our Boston Marathon qualifier. I don't know the exact numbers of people who participated in the marathon this year, and I didn't get down there before the first crossed the line, but it seemed like there were quite a few runners this year. So props to those guys and gals, because running 26.5 miles, that's quite a feat. I mean, I can do 120 miles on a bike, but I still honestly believe that running a 26-mile marathon is harder. It takes a lot of cardio, a lot of strength, a lot of willpower, and I just don't think I could go that hard for that long. The Herald of Victory, they also did a cycling event last year where the cyclists rode the same 26-mile course that the runners ran. I don't know if they did it again this year. I didn't really check. I actually have the link of the entire ride on my channel. I'll post it in the comments below. But it was a fun ride, but it was also a little rough. The course was obviously not laid out for cyclists, for bikes in general. So there were some spots that were a little awkward. I think they planned on using the same course for the cyclists again this year, and that's why I didn't really participate in it this year. It just wasn't a great course, at least not for the cyclists. Thank you. Thought he was going to turn in front of me for a second. That would have been a bad time. I actually have a really nice tailwind right now, as you can probably hear it in my microphone. It's keeping my speed nice and high, which is great for now. Probably going to suck on the return trip. So a little bit of an update on the Empire State ride. As of today, we're just about 2 months out from the beginning of the ride. The weather made it difficult to reach my May goal of 200 miles in 1 week. I came close to it once or twice, but never quite got to 200 miles in 1 week. That's largely due to the weather, the rain, partially also due to the fact that I don't like to spin indoors. Like, there's no excuse I couldn't have gotten to the 200 if I had just been on a trainer, but trainers aren't normally for me. June's goal of 300 miles in 1 week is still obtainable though, and I do plan on hitting that goal this month. My monetary goal isn't quite where I wanted it to be at this time. As of yet, I haven't even broken 1,000. Getting close, but not quite there yet. At this point, I'm feeling like the $3,500 goal is going to be challenging, but it's still possible. The fundraising has also been hindered a little bit by the weather. There's some events that got canceled because of rain that I would have liked to have stopped by and seen if I could get some donations, but there's still plenty of events coming up, and as of yet I'm not too worried about that. But for me, it's definitely crunch time for getting some more fundraising going. With that said, I did say in episode 1 I wasn't going to make this vlog a big hey donate to me type thing, because the vlog is definitely based more solely around the riding that I'm doing to get ready for the Empire State Ride. But at this point, I will take a minute and say that if you have donated to my cause, thank you. Both I and Roswell Cancer Institute thank you for it. And if you haven't donated yet, please do consider. It's for a great cause. Every dollar goes to Roswell Cancer Institute in Buffalo, New York, and it goes toward funding cancer research. They're doing some really great things up there in the field of cancer research, and it's a very, very worthwhile nonprofit to donate to. So please do consider it if you haven't already. So I was thinking that the weather would hold up, and I still think the weather's gonna hold up, but it really isn't looking like it's gonna hold up. But regardless, I really needed to get a distance ride in because it's been a while since I've done a distance ride, and distance is the more important factor with the Empire State Ride. As a matter of fact, distance is everything with the Empire State Ride. The ESR isn't a race, it's just a ride. Mainly because A, it's 540 miles, and trying to race that type of distance in a week is best suited to the pros. And B, it's a ride to raise awareness. So there'll be plenty of time to stop and enjoy the scenery and grab something to eat or drink. But it's also an average of, 80 miles a day? That's a lot of miles. And when you're riding for distance like that, keeping yourself hydrated and properly fed, and knowing when and when not to exert a large amount of energy is important. For instance, as I was saying earlier about yesterday, I went all out the entire ride. I barely gave myself any time to rest. And I did that for about 20 miles worth of indoor spinning. By the end of that 20 miles, I was pretty exhausted. If I were to do that for a full 80, for instance, on the first day of the Empire State Ride, I would no doubt be the first over that finish line for the first day, on a day that's not a race. But I guarantee the next day to 2 days would be absolutely no fun. And since it's 7 straight days of riding, there's no days in there to recover, so you're on the bike regardless. It would basically make the whole rest of the trip terrible for me. So you gotta kind of find a median. You gotta find a pattern where you're not exerting too much energy, but you're also just not wasting your time going nowhere. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do today. For instance, my target heart rate today is zone 4. For me, zone 4 is about 150 beats per minute, where my threshold to my anaerobic, which is basically the max heart rate that's available to me without like passing out, is 185. Basically, if I go over 185, I'm gonna have a bad day. So my target is to keep my heart rate about 150 for this it'll end up being just about 50 miles, I think, which is a really good position to where I'm doing more than just kind of spinning. I am putting in some effort, but it's not so much effort that I can't talk while I'm riding, like right now, or wearing my legs out. And the farther west I go, the more it just feels like it's gonna start raining at any moment. I'm on your left. How you doing?
How you doing?
Doing well.
Fixing the lift. I can't ride that fast without you. So excuse me.
It's all good, man. Every once in a while, you just need a pull.
Yeah, I feel like Lance Armstrong.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I promise I don't dope. I feel like I'm cheating a little bit. It's been a tailwind the entire way.
Cheater!
Yeah, exactly.
I only want to ride into the wind, man. What do you listen to?
Nothing.
Oh, good. You got a strap there. I wasn't sure.
Oh, it's that camera.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, I run
cool.
I do a cycling vlog, actually.
Oh, do ya?
Yeah.
I tried to find you on the internet there, and
Yeah, cool. Sounds good.
right on.
Yeah, have a good one, man. It was good seeing you. I don't normally like anybody catching my wheel while I'm passing him like that, but he was a cool guy. You can catch my wheel anytime. I've been keeping a good pace on my way home so far. Keeping my heart rate zones right where I want them to be. Keeping a nice steady speed. Granted, this is a pretty flat ride today, but that was by design. And if I'm being honest, this is a lot faster than I'm going to be taking the Empire State ride. I'll probably try to keep my heart rate in zone 3 for the ESR. Whoa! Didn't see her there. 1 second I looked, there was nothing. Second, boom, car. I actually heard her before I saw her. My bad. It's getting close to cool down time. Yeah, Binghamton, if you could go ahead and finish this road, that'd be great. So today is going to end up being about 52 to 53 miles, which is about 30 miles underneath the average day for the Empire State ride. And keeping it in zone 4, I feel like I could do another 30 miles. So that's good.